Okay. Good morning, I'm Sharaad Kuttan and welcome to BFM's Morning Headlines. It's the 20th of February. Yes, and this is the story that's dominating most of the papers this morning, the drought. Crisis ay mareba, which means the water crisis is spreading. Where's it spreading to? Well, actually, it isn't spreading as such. It's been around, just as the focus of the media has been on Selangor, because so many political points can be made against the enemies of Barisan Nasional Pakatan Rakyat government, of course, of Selangor. So that's why the attention has been on Selangor. But now we know that Negeri Sembilan also has a crisis, and so does Melaka. Many rivers running dry. Now, you have that story in the New Straits Times. You have the story in Seremban. And of course today, New Straits Times and the Star don't have the same headline. I guess they're learning. And the Malay Mail asks a very important question. What are we waiting for? The question is directed at the National Emergency Council, supposedly that comes together to deal with these national crises. They're apparently only meeting next week. Yes, they're giving it another week for the crisis to deepen. Thank you so much, Minister. But let's come back to that Utusan headline, or actually something below it, which is this. Somebody's asking Tony Phua of the DAP to apologize and to retract his statement about the Valentine's Day fatwa. And they're saying that he has no right to comment on the Valentine's fatwa because he's not a Muslim. Now, even if you are a Muslim, commenting on the statements, the pronouncements, the fatwas of the Islamic bureaucracy can get you into trouble. Take a look at this picture. Siasat Kasim Ahmad, which means it's a call actually to investigate Kasim Ahmad. Who is Kasim Ahmad? Well, he's actually a very interesting man. He's now 80. He was the leader of Parti Socialist Rakyat Malaysia when it adopted scientific socialism as its core ideology. He is a man who has for many decades now challenged the establishment and the religious establishment on his interpretation of Islam, and has gotten himself into much trouble. He is a political gadfly. He is somebody who's asked difficult questions of our political elite. Again, there you see that water crisis. So here you have Tony Phua saying things, Kasim Ahmad saying things, all of which is not playing well with the religious establishment, who feel that perhaps they deserve immunity from critical questions. Berita Harian carries on with its dinosaur story. There you have it. I'm sure they've taken this image from Walking with Dinosaurs. It looks like it. And in fact, the headline is Misi Jejaki Dinosaur, which is the mission to follow in the footsteps of dinosaurs. So that seems to be the only paper in town that really is interested in putting this on the front page. Also, an interesting comment piece. I like the man. I think he's very intelligent, very reasoned explanations about questions of law and constitutionality in Malaysia. Here is Shad Faruqi of UITM talking about the constitutional issues that might arise in Sarawak and Selangor following the political situation there. And here, the Sun goes with a foreign story, and it's siege. Because siege is a word that you could use to describe much of Malaysian political life. It's siege mentality. The siege mentality, I think, is something that we're under siege from a lot of utterly banal politicians, all kind of staring into their navels for the next move, and without much regard for the rest of us. Because the other story in the news is reflected in the front pages of Harian Metro. That young man there, I can see him there. Now that young man, of course, is the eldest son of the couple in Sweden who are now on trial for child abuse. He apparently was hit, or claimed in a video interview with police that he was hit over 1,000 times a year. Is he exaggerating? Is he telling the truth? Well, that's up to the courts in Sweden to determine. The couple face a sentence of up to 10 years. So serious stuff. Also, if you're interested, an interesting comment piece on the Swedish story. That's on the Malay Mail online. 3 things about the alleged Malaysian child abuse case. It's an analysis in large part of the Malaysian media's coverage of that case, and it's by Bu Sulin. I'd recommend it. It was a good read. That's all we have for you this morning on BFM's Morning Headlines. I'm Sharaad Kuttan. It's been BFM 89.9.